Welcome, Aquarius, to your weekly reading for the week of April the 3rd to the 9th of 2017. So we're going to start out Monday and Tuesday as the moon will be in Cancer, activating your 6th house of work, health, focusing on helping others, yourself as well around the home. If another person can't help themselves out, they may ask you for that assistance. It naturally kind of comes. You'll be surprised about that. So pay attention to those energies. And now we have the Two of Wands. We have the Tower, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Six of Swords, and then you have the Devil, which is something that's possibly going to happen around this time. This could have been energies lingering from the weekend, but around this time, Monday and Tuesday, sometimes this is a change that comes about through a separation, a breakup, a split up. You may be tired of hearing that kind of energy, but we experience these things through the need. Like sometimes the universe feels it's necessary for this to happen. It's like divine intervention coming in, where some of you are needing to maybe separate from someone that has not brought you a lot of pleasure or happiness in some way, or fairness. If they have not been truthful with you, you could bring this about through your own actions, by words being said, or if this is through text or whatever it may be. You may find out something about something that's causing a lot of fear, there, where the Devil is there, the Eight of Swords is there, the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords is there as well. So emotionally, energetically moving away from someone or certain situation. A lot of times this is like a change of residence, a change of a job, or even a relationship where you are like planning something new, something fresh. And it's like you're disappointed in a person or how something has gone, and now you're done with something, and now you're not wanting to speak, you're not wanting anyone to see you, because you may feel embarrassed or you feel hurt in some way. Something didn't work out to plan, or this is the way that you may feel that something is happening. It doesn't necessarily mean that something is not working out in the future, but these are energies that you may be experiencing because of that sixth house there. The Cancer moon, it can have you very sensitive if something like this comes about, and it could be work matters, so it's like starting over, refreshing in a way to try to plan and put your plans, out into the world in a way, trying to go for what you want. And you may be behind the scenes kind of isolating yourself, working on yourself, or doing whatever you do. It could be because of insecurities. Sometimes this is addictions. It could be a relationship, drinking, alcohol, food, or whatever it may be. Materialism as well. When someone is always worried about the material gain in their life and they're not focused on anything else, that can leave you feeling the energies of what the Devil can bring. Restriction, being obsessive over someone or a relationship or those kind of things. And if you don't have it, it's like you feel like your world's are going to end, that kind of thing. So, watch those kind of energies. Be aware of that for Monday and Tuesday. So Wednesday through Friday, we have the moon in Leo, and that is your opposite sign, and that's dealing with your 7th house of relationships, marriage, and business partnerships. So, because of that energy, Monday and Tuesday, you have the 7 of Pentacles. You're feeling a bit disappointed with the 5 of Wands in reverse, but you're trying to avoid getting into conflict, and you're just hoping that this person reaps what they sow in some way, and I feel like for a lot of you, if you have been honest and fair, that things will work out in your favor. And I feel like some of you are having trust issues, okay, because you could be dealing with a Taurus, an Aries, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, okay, and there is like some kind of, there's pleasure there, there's happiness there, there's some kind of joy, a connection that you'd like to make, but you don't see it quite yet. I told Gemini the same kind of thing. Some of you could be dealing with the Gemini, that you don't see this magic or the spark that may be there, and because you're not facing the reality of it, or you're not facing this person when it comes to how you may be feeling, you may feel as though this person is kind of moving away from you because of the lack of communication. You may be assuming different things are happening because you're not addressing it. It's like you want to, but you don't want to offend this person. You don't want to run them away. So it's almost like you're staying in a sticky situation that you'd like to change, but you're having troubles with doing it. So this could be some kind of arguments or provocation where someone is arguing with you, and it could be around a child or something like that, you know, someone being pregnant in some way and them not wanting to take care of the children, or you know, knowing that they need to kind of help in a situation, but you're being disappointed with them because they continue to let you down, or them leaving you alone with your child in some way, and knowing that you two may be struggling financially and need some help. But those are some issues that could be coming about there, because you do have that Page of Swords. So there could be a child or younger kind of energy in a way here, where justice is, you know, legal matters, maybe in conjunction with child custody, you know, and you two may be going through this kind of situation with legal battles, and it could possibly be intense. Okay, say away from court or something like that. You could be saying different things to this person where you would like to press charges because of some kind of conflict. You know, things could have been happening like that in the past, which could cause you to have fear that these things could come about again. You know, if you were to make a certain decision, if you were to take somebody to court, you may be feeling as though you're needing some kind of protective services to peer mediate your situation. So that's what I kind of feel, and a lot of you may be fearful of maybe an Aries or a Taurus or some other sign, anyone else, but those energies are right here and there. So there is some kind of disappointment. But as you remember that the 7th house, you know, that is Libra. It is about balance. It is about being fair. And what is unjust will be justified eventually as time goes on. So try to have some faith in that energy. But I do see some kind of like waiting and being disappointed in some kind of arguments or disputes possibly. And that is Wednesday through Friday. So Saturday and Sunday, we do have the moon in Virgo activating your 8th house of death, transformation, and healing. All right. We have the sun as a major arcana. Joy, okay, abundance, playfulness. Sometimes it's going out into the world, especially if it's warmer right now, and just enjoying nature in some way. But also, you know, on the back burner, you have that 7 of Pentacles again, which is about, you know, you're just patiently trying to wait. You're annoyed by it. You're disappointed in someone. You could be disappointed in a Leo. You're disappointed that someone is married and possibly has not told you about this kind of thing, or that you're still thinking about a past relationship or an ex-partner that you'd like to stay connected to. You don't want to see them go, you know, in that way, or you don't want to see your partner kind of, you know, go out and do their own thing if they're not giving you the attention or just the support or validation that you actually want. So, you know, you do have the Emperor there, major arcana, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Hierophant, and the 4 of Pentacles. So, you know, I do feel like, you know, 1, 2, you can say there's 4 people there. You know, sometimes this could be where 2 people are married or in a relationship, and one person or the 2 partners may like one another. They would want to be together, but they're spoken for, you know, and there could be a disappointment because someone's not willing to break away from this tradition or restriction that's going on in this situation. But I do feel like a lot of you, you know, you could be dealing with an Aries as well, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or a Pisces as well that is here, you know. And also, you know, your partner may be very spiritual in some way, and you may not be quite as spiritual as them, and you know, you're just trying to get to know how this person is in a deeper way. They may be having some quirks and some other things of interest that may not be of your liking at this time. So you're trying to adjust and adapt to how this person's personality is and what they get into compared to what you get into, or your beliefs versus their beliefs, or religion versus theirs, you know, that kind of thing. And until, you know, maybe a little bit of compromise is needed in a relationship before some adjustments can be made. But I do feel still that there's a need to let go. You know, you have Pentacles here, and maybe this is financially as well. All right, you could be working with someone or your partner working together in a family unit, or thinking about making a family business with one another to build up a foundation, or a you're working for some kind of a charity, all right, in a way for some of you. All right, so I do feel like, you know, a lot of you are needing to be patient. I know with that 8th house being there, a lot of transformation and change is going on within you. You have 2 very spiritual cards, okay, 4 major arcanas right here, so a lot of changes, lessons that are needing to be learned, but I feel like a lot of you are learning those because, focusing on home, you're around the home, cleaning, doing the things that you need to do, putting a lot of work and effort to taking care of yourself, your children, or your environment in some way. But it's just going to lead to a lot of hard work, a lot of work in the issues that you have to clear out, or even if you're waiting for someone to clear issues out from their past, to move forward, is possibly causing you some frustration. So I feel like a lot of you are needing to be patient with this. So those are some energies that you may be experiencing Saturday and Sunday. So you do have engagement here from the romance angels, and it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This does come through marriage. It does come through reconciliation. If you are, healing some wounds with someone from your past, but also you may be disappointed that you're having to let something go, but to get to know something new and start all over again. And you're probably having to have a lot of patience with it, but the universe, the angels won't allow you to kind of move forward until that energy is cleared out, to help you and the other person so that you're not bringing that baggage along with you. So just be aware of these energies, and that's possibly you expressing yourself, them communicating with you in a way, but also if you're having a lot of delays, that could bring that extreme frustration. But the Death card is about transition, about letting go of people, environments, and patterns of thinking that are not helping you out. You can be very angry at times, but that's not causing a positive result in some way, because it continues to have kind of delays. It's like as you get angry, it's like a force field that's being built up around you, in some way, and it's like repelling everything else from kind of coming in, and that's a hard pill to kind of swallow. But that's how I can kind of see and picture pushing away energy. So kind of adjust those factors and be open to what this engagement may be. All right, so I hope that these messages resonate with your situation. If you would like a private reading, you can always come to me via my Facebook page, or you can email me to set up something specifically for you. Much love and much light.